So what's going on, everybody? Today we are starting the teardown. We are getting the CX Racing turbo kit right now. I'm gonna go pick that up on Friday, but right now I'm just gonna pull off the old hybrid racing intake, the battery trays, we will no longer need those, and then I'm also gonna get that header off, and we'll take the catback exhaust off, and then we'll try to clean up some of these wires here. I do plan on heat wrapping that messy harness in the back there as well, and we'll see where we get from there. Alrighty, so right now I'm just on the bottom side of the vehicle. I'm just gonna get these clips pulled out so I can get the bumper pulled off, and then I'll have access to the intake in there. I can pull that off. Alrighty, well, as you can see, we got the front bumper off. I have it hanging there right now. I am just gonna start loosening off the intake. Once we get that, yeah, start loosening that off. That should just pop off like so, and then I'm just gonna pull it out from the bottom. We'll pull the intake off, and then we'll start getting the headers off and the exhaust, and then we'll clean up all the wiring and everything. Alrighty, so the intake is off completely. I just gotta pull the battery tray out, gonna disconnect the positive terminal, and she'll be all out. And we'll get that out of the way. Then we'll take care of those headers, which I am honestly not super excited about, because if you know anything about these cars, this header was a pain to put it in most of the time, but we'll see if I can get it out easier. Alright, so we're slowly making progress. As you can see, we got the header unbolted off the head. I just got to try to get it unstuck from down there, and then we'll pull the cap back off as well, because we're getting a new one. Slowly making progress. Still need to take care of up here. Figured I'd get rid of all the parts that I don't need on the car first. So it'll be the intake, header, and the cap back. But I'm gonna battle that a little bit more. Then we'll have that out, and then we'll pull the exhaust off as well. Alright, sick. Literally like 2 minutes later, after that last clip, we got the PLM V2 headers removed. So that's perfect. Oh, it's a little dirty, but these are off, so that's great. Now we'll just tackle the cap back, and that'll be it for the parts that are getting up for sale. And then we'll pick up the turbo kit on Friday, which is about 2 days away. So hell yeah, we got a little bit of time to take care of all this wiring mess and see where we go from there. Alrighty, now we're at the back of the car. I am just going to get rid of those bolts on the back there for the axle back, and then I can just unmount that hanger over there. You can see it hanging down a little bit. And the exhaust is off, and that'll be it for this part. Yeah, we got the exhaust off. So that is all off now. I did actually have to, I had to chop the bolt up there. Let's see if I can get up in there. I had to chop this bolt off because it was not coming loose. So I just whipped out the grinder, grinded it off. So the car is exhaustless now. Now we're just gonna tackle everything up in the front now. I'm gonna start draining out the rad. Get the rag out of the way. I'm gonna start draining out the rad, cleaning up this wiring. I do need to pick up some gold reflective heat tape, so that way I can start wrapping everything up and figuring out the routing for all of these lines. But right now, I'll pull the coil pack cover off so I can undo the, wow, brain's not working. So I can undo the coil packs, undo the injectors as well, get those all cleaned up, and I'll pull off the fuel rail because I do have a new one I'm going to put on. And I do think I might as well, oops, do think I might actually pull off the washer fluid reservoir because I'm not running wipers, so I don't really need it. But we'll update you for the next clip, see where we're at. So I'm a little bit all over the place right now. I got the coil pack connectors disconnected, washer fluid reservoir has been disconnected, and right now I am just pulling off the crash bar because I will no longer be able to run it once I have the intercooler on it. So might as well just get that prepped. I'm gonna have to find somewhere to put my ambient air temperature sensor because I do not have a condenser on this car, but we'll get all of that sorted out. Now for the crash bar, it looks like these are 12 mil bolts. So if I can get that on there with my left hand, probably not. Oh, we're lucky. So just 12 mil bolts on both sides. I believe it's just 2 bolts on each side. Get this taken off, and then we'll get this out of the way, and we'll see where we get to after that. Did lie. There's 2 bolts there, and there's actually one more, seems to be one more 12 mil on the inside of both sides. So both bolts are out on both outer sides. So we can get those inner bolts out, and then we'll get this taken off. All right, so it's a couple days later. I haven't really moved much. Crash bar is still on. However, we did get the turbo kit. This is only part of it. Get that opened up here. So there's the turbo. It's the CX Racing turbo kit. So 3582 70AR ball bearing turbo. So we got the sidewinder as well, which is already heat wrapped. And towards the back of the car, I'm trying to make do with as best as I can because I don't have much space. We got the downpipe, the other half of the downpipe, wastegate dump, a catback exhaust that also came with it, intercooler, all the intercooler piping. And in the box here, we also have 1000cc fuel injector clinic injectors, the intake, I guess. Whoops, there's some V-bands, the wastegate, oil drain, that's the oil feed. And this is going to be what I'm going to use for the oil drain. It's going to be running to the timing tensioner. And yeah, we got everything here. It also comes with a boost solenoid and a map sensor. Bunch of extra hardware there as well. I'm going to drain the coolant on the car. Get that crash bar taken off. And then see where we end up from there. But I do think I might be able to get away with this stock upper rad hose, hopefully. We'll see when we get there, but crash bar will come off, and then we'll pull off all the wiring here so I can fit that sidewinder in as well. Alrighty, so crash bar is off now. I just have it tossed over there. I don't think I'm going to reuse it because it's kind of hard to fit that crash bar, I've heard, with the intercooler on there. So crash bar is staying off. This is what we're going to run with an intercooler on front. Coolant I'm just going to drain. And the wiring here, I'll figure that out as we go. So this is probably going to be it for the teardown. Next week, we'll have either manifold install or intercool install. We'll see where we get, but this is it for the teardown. Just keep on watching. We're going to get this car up and running, and hopefully we make 400 wheel. That is the goal. Anything over that, I'll be happy. If I'm close to 400, I'll take it, but ideally 400 wheel. That would be the spot that I want to hit with this car.